Hey folks, this is Rod with Win by Doing, coming to you with another What Sold video. Sales have been picking back up for me after all the experimentation I've been doing, and I had one mistake this week or the last couple weeks regarding jewelry. I'll touch base on that. Just to let you know, this whole jewelry thing is something new for me. So I've been learning and had a failure, and I'll touch base on that here in a few. Without further ado, let's go into what sold. First thing I have is this Pure Hank by Hank Williams Jr. Just a CD, and a lot of that media I've been just trying to get rid of. But I've really found that a lot of media doesn't really do that well anyway. So yeah, that is what it is. $5.94 plus shipping. I'm trying to go down and make sure I did not accept offer, which I did not. Yeah, ended up $7.55 total out the door. Next time up, as many of you know, I've been doing a lot of books, vintage, hunting, ammo, books related to that sport. This happens to be a manual for an H.R. Reesing submachine gun. And it was relatively small. It was only about this big. Almost looked like I was voguing there for a second. It was all in pretty decent condition. It showed images inside the book. I wanted to show as many pages as I possibly could. And right there you'll see there was a small indent on the page on the back corner, and back several pages. You can kind of tell the way the image was taken there. Very important to make sure that you take images or pictures of all damage on these books. That way there's no surprises. There's going to be damage on them. This particular one I ended up selling for $19.99 plus shipping. I'm telling you, if you run across these books, pull your comps and look. There's some money to be made in them. The next one was, I told you I'd sold another one of these, or I picked up another one of these American and import arms and ammunition from 1931-1932. It is an A.F. Stoger Inc. magazine or catalog. Let me see if I can kind of show you what's in the pages. This one was a lot better condition. The first one I sold, the front cover was coming off of it. It was actually completely separated, but this one was in really good condition, and I ended up getting full price there, $60 for that magazine. I'm telling you, I look for these every time I pick them up. Every time I see them, I want to pick them up. The next one is another magazine. This is a Stoger's, and I want to say this was from the 30s as well. Let me see if I can find the actual date on it. 1936, number 27. There's the number there, and someone had written 1936 in it. I did, again, making sure you take good images, outlining any damage. There's another close-up of a handwritten. There's the binding. You can see there's some damage there on the bottom of the binding there. And page curling. Any and all the images that you can take that will show any damage that might be on these books, go ahead and disclose it. I also put it down in the description. Great looking catalog for its age, 1936, number 27. Stoger catalog and handbook, arms and ammunition, American and imported gun accessories. Basically 1936, handwritten on the front cover, minor damage on binding as seen in images, minor page creases on bottom right hand corner, inside front cover as seen in images, tear inside front cover first page as shown in images. I try to capture as many flaws as possible. I didn't get to these. I take as many pictures as I possibly can. I think that might set me above any competition out there. There you can see that tear. That was really the only tear in the entire magazine or catalog. But I try to take some interesting images of it, of the inside pages, just kind of give them. And this one I ended up, let me just double check. Yeah, $54.99. I think I had it listed on sale plus shipping. And these higher dollar books, I go ahead and sell priority. I figure if someone's going to pay $60 to $100 on a book, I want to make sure it gets there as fast as I possibly can. I'm going to go ahead and just close these. Next item we have is this retired U.S. Army pin. Basically, I just took a picture of the front and the back. Ended up, I think I took an offer on this one. And ended up, let me see if I can find it. I ended up selling it, free shipping, and I ended up taking an offer of $7. I didn't make a ton off of this, but I figured if it was, yes, I guess I have a soft spot, for fellow veterans. I just went ahead and took the $7 offer, and I probably had pennies in this, so I might have made $2 or $3 profit at the most. More patterns. You guys know I've been peddling patterns for quite some time. This one is Love and Stuff. It's basically little Christmas ornaments, people getting ready for the season. This is the perfect time to do it. If you're curious how right up there on the top right hand corner, that's my numbering system. I've got all my patterns in plastic envelopes, and I put numbers on there, and then if you look at my listing, I put the number there. So that number 97 corresponds to what I wrote on the envelope in my storage boxes. I still got tons of patterns. This one I ended up getting, it was 15% off a sale I was running, $4.24 plus shipping. Literally, I have pennies in these patterns. So, it's just slow. I probably sell a pattern every couple days. Just go, I've had these batting gloves. I'm just going to go ahead and just go through. I sold 2 pair of them this week. Put them on sale, $3.39 plus shipping. $3.39 plus shipping. More get batting gloves. This is something I picked up at a recent auction. The National Automobile Club Safety First brass belt buckle, and it was solid brass, made in the USA. And ended up, I just want to double check, I don't believe I took best offer on these. I did take an offer, $15 plus shipping, so it ended up $16 out the door. I do okay on these belt buckles. Here's another books, the Gun Digest. This is an original 1944 first edition of the Gun Digest. You can see there is damage on it. When you're looking at comps on these, a lot of these magazines, make sure you're not looking at the reproductions. There are a lot of these that have been reproduced, and when you see the lower asking price on a lot of the solds, you're going to find out that if you look close enough, there are reproductions. All these that I'm picking up that are driving the higher profit or higher sell amount are original prints. And just to kind of go over some, this one had quite a bit of shelf wear. Looking close, you can see there's scratches in the cover. There's little creases up in the top corner. There's even a little tear there. Again, same here. There's some curling down the bottom right hand corner. Tears along the bottom, just some minor. And you can see a lot of wear on the cover. And there's a date and a name that's handwritten in pencil up there. and then just a table of contents. A lot of times, a lot of these magazines, if they're magazines in particular, include the table of contents as well. But you can see I just took a lot. I wanted to fill up my my images on these. If I'm selling things for a little bit more, I want to give as much information as I possibly can. So I included a lot more images on items like this. But yeah, this one ended up just double checking. I believe I got full asking on this. Yeah, $69.99 plus that one I did free shipping. So you figure maybe $6-7 shipping, because I did go priority mail. And a lot of you are saying, well, you could do media. I probably could have gotten by first class, but I figure someone, like, again, if someone's paying $60 to $100 on a book or more, I'm gonna go ahead and just the way I run my business. You guys can run yours the way you feel, but I'm not so worried that I need that extra couple dollars to make sure that item gets there fast and safe. Again, we've talked about jewelry in some of my last haul videos. This is a pair of lariat. That's not the brand. That is just their gold tone lariat or nautical. Those were the description words I used, because it's rope, and it looks like that's actually maybe a square knot. I don't know. I'm not a sailor or a cowboy, a country boy. I was in the United States Air Force, but ended up selling those for, I want to say I took an offer on these $14.77. I took an offer $14.77. Total ended up $17.77 out the door, shipped. No precious metals there. This is something I've had in my inventory for quite some time. It's a red heart teddy, and it was extra large. Ended up selling it for $4.99 plus shipping, so $7.99 out the door. Here's another. These I did test out at 10K, and I double tested them, and I'll explain something here in a minute. One of my faux pas or errors I did in jewelry, but I double tested these, and they did test out at 10K. Ended up selling them for, let's say I took an offer on them, $70 plus shipping. And I probably could have gotten more if I would have scrapped. I just haven't gotten into the whole scrapping thing. I kind of like keeping the pieces as pieces, but that might change in the future. And the last item today is this. I have to say, it's been, with all the recent controversy on the flag, issues in the NFL, because I am, especially being a veteran, yeah, I do hear their excuses for kneeling during the national anthem and the flag, but I still personally take offense to it. So it was hard for me to continue to list this stuff. And maybe the way I rationalized it before I got too angry about it was, the money's going in my pocket. It's not going back in the NFL. It's not going back to the Packers. Wherever that money goes on merchandise sold, I can't do anything about the money that was originally worn on this. That was from the original purchase. Anyway, I was glad to get it out. $18.50 plus shipping, and I did sell that. I stuffed it in a flat rate envelope. So $6.65 shipping is what I received, and it ended up being like $5.95 shipping out once I with my discounts. Now the next thing. I had these, and I think I've since found. I think I have since found my error in my testing. we're going to go over these gold cufflinks. These ended up not being gold. The individual ended up, well, I haven't double checked, but after doing further research, Swank, which is a brand, it's a popular, well-known brand of cufflinks, did not make precious metal cufflinks. If you can show me otherwise, let me know. I did test these, and they tested at 10K, but I think I might have been not waiting long enough with the acid to test correctly. So I'm going to end up taking them in and probably getting a little help with testing just to see if I can find out what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, I did end up having to refund these, which I was glad to do. And you know, we had been in constant communication throughout the entire transaction. They asked me ahead of time what brand it was. I told them they told me that they believe that Swank was only costume, and I said, well, I tested it. If you find that they are not 10 karat gold, I will gladly give you a full refund and pay for the shipping back. So that, after a couple of days, they received them. They did their testing, came back to me and said they requested the refund through eBay, and I gave them full refund and paid shipping. Now, the one thing that, call it a rookie mistake, I refunded right away in its entirety. Once you have refunded, they cannot get their shipping label. So you have to make sure you go through those steps of getting them their shipping label prior to offering the refund. Because once you offer the refund and give them the refund, it closes the return case in its entirety, and you can't go back and create a shipping label off of that. So for those of you that cannot or make the same mistake, you have to go through other options of getting a shipping label. The problem with going through PayPal is it automatically put in my return shipping information and shipping from information. I want to say I went in and recreated a label through eBay system. No, I was not even able to do that. You can go in and you can edit all that, but it wasn't letting me do the label. I ended up having to go out to USPS. I've logged in, created an account for USPS online, and I ended up creating a priority label because you can't print first class on USPS online, and I ended up emailing them the shipping label just because I wanted to make sure that the transaction, I was doing my due diligence to make sure that I provide the best service possible for my store. Anyway, just so you know, from my understanding and what I found so far, even when I checked online, I wonder if these were even. I thought for some reason I had seen that they were Swank. Yeah, it's right there on the top. So anyway, I'm going to go get them double checked, double tested, just so that I know. And, I'm completely positive I can get a second opinion of my own. And after a dramatic pause, that's it for what sold in my store. I hope everything's going well for you all. I'm telling you, check out the books. Jewelry's doing okay. And also, the only true and proven thing has been reaffirmed this week. I was sick earlier part of the week. I'm still getting over it, but I wasn't able to list Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't get hardly any sales those days, and I ended up starting listing Thursday, and I've been consistent the last couple of days. And as soon as I started listing again, I ended up, I got a couple sales on Thursday, a couple inquiries, some offers. So it's just proof that listing period on a daily basis will help drive customers to your store and to your items. So that's, again, the one piece I want to leave y'all with. List daily. It doesn't have to be a ton, but as long as you're listing on a consistent basis, you are going to get sales. Anyway, sales are picking up. I'm looking forward to a busy month and months to come. Let me know how you guys are doing. Leave comments down below. And that's it for today. Anyway, I'll catch y'all next time. Hit the like, subscribe button down below. And we'll catch you later.